monumental task of making it downstairs. Now I just need to find the blue glowy spot where the headphones are. What is this? Voice levels. I have no idea what that poster is supposed to mean. Let's look at this poster. I really wish I could read the text. I see I'm done. What will I do now? Bake a cake. There you go. You're welcome. What's going on over here? Artist. Aptitude. Respect. Something that starts with the letter T. Imagine. Spick and span. And arrogant. That's what artist means. Baldy! You're not real. You're not the real Baldy. This actually makes me want to go play Baldi's Basics. Because seeing this man makes Baldi so much better. Don't get super smashed, bro. What does that mean? Baldi! You're not real. You're not the real Baldi. This actually makes me want to go play Baldi's Basics. Because seeing this man makes Baldi so much better. Don't get super smashed, bro. What does that mean?
Nobody's in the chat yet, but if you're watching a replay, how are you?
What? Oh, I found it. All right, robot lady. Let's see. Give me your best spelling test.
So do the pizza first, and then I'll give you a drink with it.
Yeah.
I'll put the rest in the fridge so it can be cool for tomorrow.
I can understand that. No problem. What? Hold up, lady. Say that again. I have no idea. Damager? I don't even know if that's a word. That's not danger, maybe. Danger? No, I spelled it wrong. D-A-N-G-E-R. No, I don't know. I don't know what she's saying. Is it always the same? We gotta go back. We gotta see if we can figure out what the heck the robot lady is saying. Honestly, middle-aged bulky man walking around the school, he's not the evil genius. Our true enemy is the same robot lady trying to save us that I know. She is the evil genius. Weird robot Baldi is just calm. It sounded like it started with a D. I don't know, man. I'm hoping that it changes, but I'm not expecting that. It's the same. I can't figure it out. I don't know.
Baldi's education. Baldi's education.
Hi, everybody. All right, y'all. So some people are in the chat. So I want to talk about the Maxwell Anderson. Let me pause it. Hey, Siri, pause video. I want to talk about the Maxwell Anderson verdict. I'm not sure if you guys followed the case. Maxwell Anderson was accused of killing Sade Robinson last year, April. Between, I'm on the phone, I'm on here real quick. Hold on. Between April 1st and April 2nd. So they went out. He took her back to his place. took her life, dismembered her body, discarded it, and then he torched her car and tried to pretend that he didn't do it. Anyway, the jury deliberated for like less than an hour, and they found him guilty on all 4 counts, guilty of intentional homicide, I think dismembering a corpse, trying to hide a corpse, and also like torching her car. So I'm happy. I'm very happy with how the prosecution did the case. The prosecution they did an excellent job. Ian Vander something, whatever his name is, Ian, the assistant district attorney, he did an excellent job. I'm so thankful that Sade Robinson is getting some justice. The true justice would be that she would be alive, but unfortunately she's not here with us anymore. She was only 19 years old when she went on a date with this monster who was 33. A 14-year age difference. If for some reason he seemed like he liked them young because his ex-girlfriend was around the same age when he started dating her. So yeah, I'm really happy. So what do you guys think about the verdicts? The jury did a good job. I mean, less than an hour. I had a very strong feeling that they would say guilty. They had to be unanimous. They all had to agree on it. So I'm so glad that nobody was playing games. And I was listening to some of the jury's talk after, and they were all like, they were like so disgusted, and it was a tough trial. Hey everybody, let me see. Let's see there. Can you go? Let me but can you guys leave your comments and let me know how you feel about the verdict? Let me switch gears here real quick. So I'm just in the kitchen unpacking some stuff, and I'm going to be making some pizza for my son real quick. Not from scratch, a microwavable pizza. I'll be making for him. I'll be doing that. So if you guys want to add some constructive information to the chat, I would appreciate it. Let's... So thank you for those who are in the chat and want to add something to the chat that's appropriate. We're talking about the justice that was served for Sade Robinson. There's a lot of victim blamers trying to blame her, like, oh, why would she go back to his place, and why did she go on a date with him? And some toxic, narcissistic black males out there are blaming her for her demise. She's a victim. There are always going to be victim blamers. Anybody who is narcissistic, their opinions don't matter to me. Anybody that's completely unhealed and can't see beyond themselves, they only care about themselves, and they can't put themselves in other people. Anyone who lacks empathy, I don't care about their opinion. So anybody who's victim blaming Sade Robinson, something is wrong with you, and I want nothing to do with you. I don't want you in my space, in my area. I don't want care. I will just click off. I can't listen to people like that. Anyway, so in my opinion, there's people who are victim blaming her, like, oh, why did she go back to his place? I think he planned everything, just like the prosecution proved. He planned to, he made sure he took an Uber to the restaurant he met her up at for the date, okay, for the first date that they had, the only date. So he planned to take an Uber to get dropped off. He planned to try to look like he was wasted and get drunk so she could give him a ride home. I think that he was like, hey, I can't drive. Can you just give me a ride home? And somehow in the car, he either held her at knife point, or he did something to make her not think clearly, or maybe he convinced her to go up. Okay, but either way, it was some coercion and some convincing and force that allowed her to even go to his place. I don't think she willingly went to his place. I don't think she willingly went. The photos show that she was face down in the sofa and he was taking photos and being sexually abusive. In my opinion, he sexually abused her before he took her life. He dismembered her to hide all the evidence, obviously, and I feel like he sexually abused her, and I wish that there was a way to prove that he sexually abused her, but based on the photos, he was doing something inappropriate. He was completely wrong, and I feel so bad for Sade's mom. I think her name is Sheena Scarborough or something like that. Her health has declined over the past 14 months. You know, she has lost so much weight. They said she can't eat, she can't sleep. At one point during the trial, the last day, she looks like she was inebriated, or for lack of a better term, I mean, she looked like she was tired, just exhausted. Take back that inebriated. I didn't mean to like sound offensive or anything like that. She just looked like she was exhausted. So I'm glad that she can finally rest and address some of her health concerns that she mentioned that she wanted to address, because she was basically so focused on the trial. Now she can focus on herself. So you guys want to add anything? Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to look something up. So I take back saying inebriated. That was a bad term to use. She's tired and everything. Inebriated is when somebody's like intoxicated. I want to make sure I got the definition clear, and I got the wrong definition for that. She was just exhausted from being involved in the trial. Shit with the D stuff is getting old. I'm not talking about that. This person in the chats is, you must be in the wrong chat. Anyway, you guys, if you're gonna talk about the Maxwell Anderson case, I would really appreciate it. Go ahead and leave a comment in the chat. Answer the poll. Are you satisfied? So far, 38% of you said yes, you're satisfied with the verdict. And for some reason, some of you are saying no. I'm hoping that some of you just don't understand English, or something's going on with you. Because, yeah, that's not okay that you feel that way. That's your prerogative, but Anyway, I'm gonna make some pizza for my son, microwave pizza that he wants, and then I'm talking really fast, and then I'm gonna make some rice. I am hungry. I'm hungry. All right, let's do this pizza real quick. So my son loves this microwavable pizza. It is from Walmart's. It's a cheap pizza, microwavable. He loves it. I don't know why. I never thought he would like microwavable pizza. I've never really had a microwavable pizza. I prefer freshly made. But y'all, when I heard the verdict today, I was just so happy. I was like, the jury better get it right, and they got it right. They got it right. I believe it was like 8 men. Yeah, let me see. I think it was 9 women. I'm sorry, 9 women on the jury and 3 men. I think that's how it went. And so I'm glad that everyone could agree. Because I would have been so pissed off if the jury was like, no, I mean, it was obvious. The evidence against Maxwell Anderson was astounding. It was like, how could you not see that he did that? Only person that might think that he didn't do it is somebody who something's going on with their mental health and they have some type of disability. Anybody with a brain, anybody with a heart and compassion would see that he did what he did. He did what he did. And he meant it. It was like the prosecution said, it wasn't an accident. It was very intentional. It looked like he's been practicing. The way he was doing the knife and the precision of the cuts and everything that he did to her. Like, it's bad enough that he took her life, but then to dismember her and discard her body. And he really thought he was going to get away with it. That was the most insulting part of it, that he really was like thinking that he's gonna get away with it. He wasted money. I think his father may have paid for the attorney, or he sold the house that he was living in and he used the funds. I think the house sold for $195,000. It's possible that he used some of those funds to help pay for his legal fees, and maybe he's gonna use the rest of the money to put on his books for the rest, because he's gonna be in prison for the rest of his life. So the sentencing for Maxwell Anderson will be August 15th, and I hope he gets life in prison without the possibility of parole. I believe I read that the most he can get is 15, not 15 years, 20 years. That's a minimum. And I really hope that they keep him in there forever, because he's a danger to society. He's a danger to women everywhere.
Wait, can you go on mute? Mute? Can you go on mute?
Anyway, so yeah, I'm very happy with the verdicts, and it's crazy because Max was trying to act like he was surprised. He had no emotion basically the whole trial. And then y'all, I hate the lighting. I'm gonna put it right here. This is better. Yes, I'm gonna keep it right here. Whew. Okay, so Max basically had no emotion the entire trial. He was basically like this the whole time. Like hold on, let me try to do it. Try to do his mouth. Like trying to act confused the whole time, but during the sentence, not the sentencing, during the verdict read, at first he was looking regular, and then he started to have his mouth a little bit like looking at, like, dude, you're guilty. Like, why are you acting like, the defense attorneys knew that he was guilty. You know, I guess they try their best, but to me, I know it's their job to defend anybody, but it just sounds so victim blaming. I didn't like it. I didn't like their approach. I didn't like the approach of the defense. It just made me feel like they were victim blaming a little bit. You know, like, oh, we didn't know. And even when they said they found some type of like methamphetamine in Sade's safe and some in THC, talking about, oh, you know, well, maybe, you know, a drug dealer or somebody, she was caught up in the wrong crowd. Like, you can't, come on now, don't take any angle of a victim blamer in the cases like that. I didn't like their approach. Attorney Cotton wasn't feeling him. Apparently, they're like good attorneys in the area. They're very reputable, well known, and I think this trial is going to put a stain on their reputation. But some people who don't look them up, who don't care, who don't know, it won't matter. But for me, I would never hire them. They were giving very much victim blamers. You know, there's a way to defend somebody and be ethical about it. You know, they should have stuck to, well, we don't have the murder weapon, or you can't prove 100% that he was in the car. You know, stick to that. But to insinuate that Sade Robinson may have been involved in drug dealers, or maybe some guy in the alley got her and Max didn't do it. Like, it was. I would like to hear what other defense attorneys would, like, their opinion on the defense team. Like, how would they have approached it? Even though the evidence against Maxwell Anderson was a lot of evidence. Like, there's no way he was gonna be not guilty, in my opinion. But I would like to know what other defense attorneys, what their approach would have been. I'm actually surprised that he didn't try to claim insanity. I'm actually surprised. But because of the way he went about everything, it's like you weren't insane. Everything was deliberate. So he really, I just feel like I feel like Maxwell Anderson was arrogant, and I feel like his defense team were arrogant about it. It's like they feel like they were overconfident to feel like people are gonna go with what they were saying. Their approach was terrible. You have a job to do as a defense attorney, but your approach was horrible. I really hope that it affects their reputation in the law industry. But my heart goes out to Sade Robinson's family and her mom. Like, her mom, like, I felt so sorry for her. You know what I'm saying? My heart went out to her. There's only one day of the trial she missed because she was so, like, sleep deprived. And on the last day, like I said before, she was seen, like, with her head down, and it appeared that she was sleeping. Her daughter, one of her daughter, you know, her surviving daughter, was trying to wake her up, like, trying to nudge her. And it was just really, you know, I felt for her. I really feel like a victim support team member should have been there with her to support her. And maybe, I don't know. I don't know. But she was exhausted. You know, I feel for her. Like, I can imagine seeing those images of my child and having to see it for 2 weeks. You know, she's never going to be the same. Justice is truly not served because her daughter is no longer here. Hi, Subhani. Hi, Subhani. Thank you for joining the live stream. How are you today? So I'm going to cut this piece of pizza for my son, and then I'm going to... Hold on, let me put this back a little bit. I'm going to cut this pizza for my son, and then I'm going to make some rice because I got some leftover food that I'm going to add the rice to. I shouldn't be eating rice. Rice should be one of the things that's not on my list because I don't want to get diabetes. You know, diabetes runs in my family, and I was actually... I had... What did I have? I had gestational diabetes when I was pregnant with my son 9 years ago, and I really should not be eating rice, but I love rice. Like, I love hearty food. I love rice. I love just carbs, and this has been my like weakness. Okay. I'm gonna try to keep you guys in my view. It's just that the lighting is really bad, and I don't want it to be so bright. Like when I go like this, it's just too bright, y'all. It's too bright. I'm gonna try to find a way to like get a light filter where it won't look so bright on camera. Some type of something. So you might not see all of me. Well, you guys go ahead if you're in the chat. What is your opinion of the verdict? How do you feel about the trial? Do you feel like the defense did a good job? Do you feel like the prosecution did a good job? Y'all, I mean, I feel like the prosecution deserved a round of applause. And actually, some of the people that were watching the trial on the last day, when he was giving his closing arguments, they actually applauded. And you're not supposed to applaud because it's like disrupting the courts, whatever. And I think it's like bias or something like that. Anyway, the judge on the verdict day, she was like, please do not make any sound, do not disrupt. And so she tried to let them know, like, any disruption will not be tolerated. But it's hard to not have a reaction in such a very emotional trial. But, you know, it was her job to instruct them. I think the judge was fair. I did like the judge. I think she tried to remain impartial. I like the lead detective. I think her name was... What's her name again? LaDonna something. Joanne Donner or something like that. She's like a really cool dresser. She looked like a detective for real. They did a good job. All the detectives did a great job. You know, I hope that crimes and missing people crimes get solved. And I feel like not enough credit was given to the people who saw Maxwell Anderson light the car and walk away from the scene. I feel like it would have been probably... I'm glad we got the guilty verdict, but I was wondering why the prosecution didn't call those people who witnessed Maxwell walking down the street, walking away from the fire after he torched Sade Robinson's car. But you guys definitely feel free to let me know how you feel. Answer the poll. I appreciate all of your support. My son wants pizza and this juice that we got for Dollar Tree. He really likes it. Is your hands clean? Put something, get some hand sanitizer. At least. Let me start the rice. So I'm gonna make some rice, y'all. I'm gonna make some jasmine rice, and I got some leftovers to eat with it. I'm gonna try not to eat too much. Maybe just like a cup of rice. No, not a cup of rice. I'm gonna eat like a palm size amount. But I'm glad it's Friday, y'all. TGIF, ready for the weekend. I'm going to try to be productive as much as I can. I got things to do, cleaning and paperwork, computer work stuff. And I'm going to try to figure out what's going on with the computer. Like, there's no sound on the computer. Like, you can't hear the audio. And I'm going to ask ChatGPT, or I'm going to just Google it or see if I can get, like, somebody from TaskRabbit to look at it. Because, like Geek Squad and stuff like that, they charge way too much money for troubleshooting stuff. Like, way too much. I wish I knew a geek. Wish I knew a geek, y'all. I can give me the hookup. See, I'm gonna make some rice and eat. And then I'm gonna try to go to bed on time today and not be up too late. Hi, Goody Kumari from India. How are you? What time is it over there in India? It is 8:19 p.m. I can't believe it's so late. Oh my gosh. 8:19 p.m. Eastern Standard Time where I am. Time flies. Time flies. My bad, y'all. I was off camera for a little bit. I'm just making some rice. Hi, Goody. Thank you for joining me. So I'm making some rice so I can eat because I'm so hungry. I like to put a little bit of butter in my rice. What do you guys like to put in your butter? I used to put salt, but I don't feel like I need salt. I'm trying to reduce my salt intake. So I'm gonna put a little bit of butter and boil. What do you guys put in your rice when you cook it? And if you guys haven't already answered, what are your thoughts on the Maxwell Anderson verdict that came in this morning around 9:30 a.m. Central Time? I'm not sure what time it was. It was 9:30 a.m. their time. I heard it around 10:30 my time, something like that. I'm T-Pain, you know me. I'm big. I've been owing. I know the those at 3. What sections are you running with me? Wait, oh yeah, look at that word. Unsurety. Sade. I need to use this sweet potato before it goes bad. I'm gonna bake the sweet potato before it goes bad. It takes almost an hour to make it, but actually less. I think it takes less. I think I'm also gonna have a sweet potato. I don't want it to go bad, so I'm gonna bake it. Hopefully, it didn't already go bad. You can tell that it wanted to go bad. It's actually sprouting already, y'all. Can you pick that stuff up off the floor? You got my clothes. You're stepping on my stuff. Look on the floor. Look on the floor. Look on the floor and pick up my stuff that you dropped. Not okay. Sit on the other side. Thank you. Do you guys like sweet potato? I like to poke holes, and anytime I make baked potatoes, I like to poke holes. I think I could. Yeah, I don't feel like doing mashed potatoes, mashed sweet potatoes. I'm just gonna bake it. Bake it. Shake it. Don't break it. Come on, y'all. Give me your opinion on the Maxwell Anderson verdict. I'm gonna eat a few pistachios while I wait for my food to cook. But yeah, what a good way to start the weekend, by having a positive outcome in this trial. The jury did their big one. I think that everybody in the jury, they deserve a vacation, because it was like the mom needs a vacation. Anybody who had to sit through that trial needs a vacation, except for Max. Okay. I might move it. I feel like y'all can't see a lot. The light is just so bright. I wish I could make it higher. No, that's not good. Let me see. If I go under the light, no. It's too low. It's so light, man. It's too bright. That's why I got it over here. What did I do before? Huh. Sorry, y'all. I messed up the lighting. It's so bright. I thought about turning the light off, but it'll be too dark. It's just too bright. I don't like it. Well, you guys can't really see everything that I'm doing. It's just horrible. Horrible lighting. This is okay. But it's like I'm in a corner. That's me in a corner. Let's just chill right here for a minute, y'all. Sorry for moving it all around so much. The lighting is just not good. It's just way too bright. The overhead lighting is too bright. I'm going to consider getting some type of like ring light or some type of light that's softer, that comes out good on live. So yeah, I'm waiting for my rice to cook. Anyway, y'all, how's everyone doing? Let me see how it look if I turn the light off. Let me see. Way too dark. Way too dark. But the light, overhead lighting is so bad. Is this okay, y'all? Is this too dark? Is this too dark for you? We're gonna keep it like this until I figure out some better lighting. We're gonna keep it like this. Maybe 20 more minutes. Why? Because you want to what?
I just want it short.
Okay, I'll do maybe like 5 more minutes, okay? Why do you want it short? Is it bothering you? Is the live bothering you?
No.
So why do you want me to do it short?
Because I just want to.
Why? Tell me your reason.
Because I want to hear copyright.
Okay, I'll mute along.
Wait,
Yeah.
you could probably mute it.
What's the point of being live? I'm gonna mute it the whole time. Anyway, y'all, I really just came on to just show y'all that I'm happy about the verdict for Maxwell Anderson. He deserves life in prison without any possibility of parole, and he's lucky that Wisconsin does not have the death penalty. He's very lucky. But at the same time, I'm alive. At the same time, I feel like the death penalty is kind of an easy way up because he needs to be able to sit with them thoughts and feel the pain and punish it, even though he can never truly feel the pain because he is still alive. Okay, Sade Robinson is not here anymore with us, so he gets to live and breathe and have 3 meals a day, and you know what I'm saying, his family gets to see him if they want to. Sade Robinson, her family cannot see her again other than pictures and memory. So justice is not truly served because he's still alive. But I'm glad that he was caught. I'm glad the detectives did a great job. That's true detective work right there. Really, truly good detective work. So shout out to I think Joanne Donner and her team. Shout out to the prosecution team, Ian and everybody else. The woman that was with Ian, I don't really see her add much, but yeah, she was cool. Shout out to Sade Robinson's mother for being able to maintain. Some people can even live through stuff like this. You know, some people have heart attacks just having to not being able to live through this. I don't know all of the medical issues that Sade's mom is going through, but she's suffering from some medical stuff. So just imagine the toll that is taken on her. Her father is suffering as well. I gotta look up some videos. I never heard her father really talk. I've only heard the mother. She's been like the main spokesperson talking for Sade Robinson. But I heard from the press conference that Sade's dad was so upset about everything that he broke a ball that was not like a ball that's not really meant to be broken with his hands. That's how much anger and rage and frustration he had. You know, his baby girl. A father that truly loves their daughter would hate to know that this happened to them. You know, he probably blames himself like, man, I wasn't there to protect my daughter. You know? But I'm so glad that there were so many people out there who cared about Sade Robinson. Her co-workers really cared about her. Any stranger that met her cared about her. I mean, when they went out to one of the bars, I think it's called Duke's on Water or something like that. One of the people she met at the bar gave her a hug when she was leaving. The last hug she probably ever got. I doubt, you know, anything went down with her and that monster. But everybody talk about how, you know, you could tell she was beautiful. She had a great smile, great personality. She was working 2 full-time jobs. She was a student. She was just about to graduate. Her sister was able to walk in her honor, walk the stage, and she was going places. She had a bright future, and you know, she was open to dating, and unfortunately, she met up with that guy. He targeted her, and I have a video planned, y'all, to talk about my opinion on why Maxwell Anderson targeted Sade Robinson. You see, he had girlfriends before. His prior girlfriend spoke, and she gave her testimony. They were together, I believe, from December of 2021 until like March of 2023. She's alive to share her story. She most likely was a white woman. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. That's just my opinion. I'm entitled to my opinion. I think he targeted her because he didn't think nobody's gonna be looking for her or cared about her. But the world showed him. We care about Sade. I saw somebody who didn't even know Sade, who was just in the community, and the news station spoke to her and asked her opinion about, like, hey, like, do you know Sade? She's like, no, I don't know her, but you know, it really touched me. She was crying, and she had me crying. Let me turn the light back on. Even though the light is bright, I'm gonna turn it back on. But yeah, the woman who was there to support her, she had me crying. What if I go like this? It'll be better. If I go under the light. That might be better. Let's just do that. Let's just do that. We had to play around with it, y'all. We gotta go under the light. But yeah, once I finish with my rice and my baked potato, to eat my food and get ready for bed. I hope everybody's having a good night. And y'all, Life 360 is the plug. Like, Life 360 really helped Sade basically solve her own crime. She used that app to communicate with family, to see where she's at, you know, her location, her her battery percentage, and I think whatever. Life 360 is like a location app that family members and friends share with each other to see where you're at and everything like that. And so that was really instrumental in this case. So I have used Life 360 in the past, and I forgot why we stopped using it, but I'm gonna re-download it back again. And I'm gonna, shout out to Life 360. So everybody, I think you should, if you have a loved one that you care about, children, spouse, whatever, friend that you care about, I think you should get the Life 360 app. Very beneficial in helping solve this crime, because there was not a lot of DNA evidence in this case, unfortunately, but there was some. And in cases like that, you worry that, hey, the DNA might not be able to help, but the GPS tracking, the apps, just like surveillance cameras from other neighbors and in the streets camera and all that stuff really helped this case. So I know sometimes we feel like we're being watched, and people know everything what we're doing, but it could help solve your crime. It could help save a life. So even though some people might feel like there's too much surveillance, some surveillance is necessary. If it wasn't for the cameras and the apps and GPS, this crime probably wouldn't have been solved. He probably would have really been able to get away with it. And I feel like he felt that because he was so clean in the way he dismembered her, as far as like no lack of DNA, Maxwell Anderson was banking on the lack of DNA for him to be, found not guilty, But the jury used their common sense. They were very smart, and the evidence was there. He was the last person to be in contact with her. The last person to, to everything. Everything added up. Everything made sense. He knew what he's doing. It was very intentional. So I'm happy with the outcome. And I think the Robinson family, or Sade mom, they're suing the bar that served Sade Robinson alcohol. She was only 19 years old, and 2 bars served her alcohol. And I guess Max, he was familiar with the bars. He used to work at one of them, and he is a bartender. So they probably was like, oh, hey, Max, what up? It doesn't matter. I hope that the person who served her alcohol feels bad. I really do. You got to card people. You gotta card people. Unless the person got a whole bunch of wrinkles and complete gray hair. Yeah, you gotta card everybody. And I hope that this is a lesson to bars out there. I hope it's a lesson to the bars that serve Sade. I hope it's a lesson to just the world. Don't assume and don't take people's word for it. You are helping a killer get away with the crime. You know, who knows that maybe cause you could tell that Sade was not like drunk, like she wasn't stumbling out the bar, so she was okay. But who knows how the alcohol affected her? You know, and I don't think her intention was to go back with him. She had just finished working a full shift at her job at the pizza, I think it's called Pizza Shuttle. And then they went to like a restaurant, 2 bars. She was tired. She had been up all day. And Max insisted that she go back to his place. He preyed on her. He plotted. He plotted. And I'm glad he didn't get away with it. So glad. He didn't get away and I'm happy. My eye is so red. I gotta get some eye drops. I'm ready for bed. I can't believe this is late. I got off of work too late and then we went to get gas. We went to the Dollar Tree. So we got home kind of late today. Huh?
So you can get the stuff for the meetup.
Yeah. It's at 2 o'clock, so. I'm so glad the kitchen is not a mess today. It's just regular. So glad. What did I do with that cup that I brought in? Oh, what's in the fridge? I'm so hungry. Been hungry. Man, I'm ready to eat. I forgot to set the timer. Okay, let's go with 15 minutes. Completely forgot. Hey Siri, set timer for 30 minutes. No. Hey Siri, cancel timer. Hey Siri, set timer for 30 minutes. I didn't get any exercise in today. I'm supposed to be doing Pilates every day and I'm not doing it like I should. I'm just so hungry I can't even think straight. I'm so hungry I can't even think straight. 2 hours later. When do you want to use the Arby's coupon? Remember you got it from school?
Oh, I want it now.
We can't use it now. When? What day you want to do it?
Tomorrow. Please.
Even if so before the meetup? Because you were going to have pizza tomorrow. Can you relax? It's not expired yet. Tomorrow you're going to have pizza. So why do you want to do that on the same day? Maybe save it till Sunday or something.
Then I'll do the day after.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. We're going to have pizza tomorrow. Yeah, don't play no music right now.
Are you done?
Why are you trying to rush me off? I'll end it now.
Yes.
Yes. Hold on. Wait. I didn't do it yet. I'm trying to fix this calendar. What's today? The 6th? Man, June is already moving fast. All right, y'all. So nobody's really talking, so I don't want to just talk to myself. I appreciate anybody who came in. No one really, talked about or gave their opinion on the Maxwell Anderson verdict, but hopefully most of you are okay with it. I will end the poll. I do plan on making a video about my opinion about Maxwell Anderson, of why he targeted Sade. Y'all, live is a lot easier for me. There's a lot of videos that's in the works. A lot of shorts in the works. Sometimes I feel like I don't have enough time, y'all. It's not enough time in the day. But let me end the poll. Are you satisfied with the Maxwell Anderson verdict? 44% of you said yes. And 56% of you said no. I'm gonna side eye y'all. Things that make you go, 9 people voted though. I gotta get a new floor rug. This one got a hole in it or rip in it. All right, y'all. I hope everyone has a good night, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever time it is where you are. I hope you are well. And I hope you have the support and help you need. If not, reach out. Don't be afraid to ask for help, y'all. Okay? We all need some help sometime, all right? Have a good